name is Haik and I'm the CEO of Galaxsys.
Hello, I'm Penny, Chief Sales and Partner Management Officer at Galaxsys.
What is the story of Galaxsys?
So the story of Galaxsys started in Digitane.
It all started in 2021.
And we had a gaming department in Digitane,
which was performing really well in many directions.
We had fast games and skill games mainly. During the year that I came to the company, we had 500% growth on the product.
So, seeing the bigger demand in the games, we have decided to become a company with its own name, with its own team, bigger team.
And it was decided to separate and create a company which is called Galaxsys now. And it was November 2021. We created a company with 18 people in it.
This is how everything started.
What is Galaxsys now?
So we are part of Digitane Group now, and we are developing fast games, skill games, and also soon we're going to start developing slots. And we think that by the end of the year we're going to have our first slots in Galaxsys.
So how do you make up your games? What are the core principles that you follow?
So that's quite an interesting process.
We have our product department in Galaxsys with all the product owners, designers, animators.
We do two types of research. First of all, we do a market research.
The first idea of the game comes based on the research of the markets we're entering.
In general with our team, and besides this we also keep in touch with the partners that we are working with, because they are good in certain markets, and whenever we are entering a market with a specific game, we also keep in touch with them, communicate with them, and get their feedback. After we collect these two pieces of information, our own research and the partners' feedback, we decide which game exactly to start. That's how the process starts, and then it goes with the flow, which Haik already mentioned.
Our product owners investigate the best games that are most popular in the market we are going to enter, and they start with the BFR, which is the technical description of the game, after which the designers and the illustrators start working on the game, creating all the characters.
We like that.
Why do some of your games creatively mix genres, while others seem like reskins?
As a game provider, you need to concentrate on two things. To provide something that is already popular, to be in the trend, and you also need to provide something unique.
I would say that every gaming studio, to have a full portfolio, has to have the must games. So most of them that are kind of similar to the games that are available in the market is because those are the must games for the portfolio.
With the games that are already popular in many categories, we have them in our portfolio, but besides this we also get some new concepts from different industries and bring them to iGaming.
But aside from the must games, you have to also have unique games, and those unique games are the queens of the portfolio. In our case, I would say that we have several unique games that can be considered as queen of our portfolio, one of which is Ninja Crush, and this is a game that nobody has in the market. And it was very popular, and it is still very popular in the Brazilian market and CIS countries. I also would mention that a new game that we created in cooperation with Pinup is also a very unique game that nobody else has, and I do believe that it's going to have the same success as Ninja Crush had before.
How long does it take to develop and launch a slot or crash game?
So It basically depends on the game.
It really depends on the complexity of the game.
There are some games that are easy in terms of the math, in terms of the illustrations, animations.
There might be games which are reskinning of existing games. Of course, this is going to be a quicker process.
So the easy games would take from 2 to 3 weeks.
But when it's a more complicated game, when it's a new concept, when there's a interesting type of mathematics behind, of course this will take longer.
And then we have some hard games which can take up to 2 months because most of the time it takes for the math guys to develop the math, and also if we have characters that should be animated in the game, this will take way more time than the usual ones.
But overall, I would say from month and a half up to 2 months, the game will be ready.
But I would say that we now use also AI, and it helps us to reduce the time of creating the characters, creating the sounds of the games. Although after getting the character from the AI, you still need to work on it. So it really depends on the game. It can be from 2 weeks to 2 months.
What challenges do game developers face, and where is the market heading?
As a game provider, you need to always be in trend.
I would say that the biggest difficulty in the industry is to really find a unique game that will capture the minds of millions of players.
So this is sometimes becoming difficult.
Because there are a lot of games in the market, there are hundreds of providers.
But other than that, you also need to take care of proper marketing, because you might have great partners, you might have good brand awareness on the B2B side, but you should be also involved in the B2C side to make sure that the games are also accepted by the players.
And it's not that easy to get this unique game that will become a different category, that will become a different game segment for a lot of players. So I would say that the most difficult thing in the industry is to find that one game, that unique game that will capture minds.
You need to educate them properly, and you need to stay on the top of their mind.
But if we discuss the part what do the players like, I would say that the crush games are top now, and I don't see them going down for the next couple of years at least. So in terms of fast games portfolio, I'd say that crush games are gonna be there for a long time, but still players are now seeking for something new, and I think that those fast games are here to replace the usual games, the usual slots that many providers have.
We like that. To the left, to the right, to the back, to the side, to the left, to the right, to the back.
By the way, how to increase player retention within a given game.
Well, when talking about how to keep players in the game, I mean, I don't think that any provider will tell you basically what they do.
The answer of this question is to do a proper marketing, definitely.
But I would say that for sure the game should be catchy.
Because even if the game is a very unique one, even if the game is very cool and the players are not aware of it, they won't play it. So you need to have a good positioning for the game, you need to provide interesting bonuses and to always be in the inbox of the players, I would say.
You have to have a development in the game. If it's a very simple game that doesn't have any development in it, players will not stay long in the game. So first of all, you have to have this catchy game which gives some development and which lets the player see that he can win in the game and he can win big. And also one thing that players love is thinking that it's under their control and the win is based on their skill somehow, which also keeps the player in the game. And that's why crush games are that popular, because most of the players think that we could win, but we didn't win because we were greedy and we didn't cash out at a certain point, right? So this is the most important part, is to have a good game. After that, there are many promotions, and you have to work with streamers, you have to work with influencers to make the game more popular and to keep the players in the game. But if the game is not worth it, it's not gonna work.
And for this, you need to be also actively involved with your B2B partners to get a strategy and follow that strategy.
What are your goals for the collaboration with pinup partners?
Our expectations from this collaboration with Pinup are very high.
Pinup is a company which has been innovative from what we have seen so far, and the company is always following the trends, and the company is great at marketing.
And we do really think that Pinup is number one in those countries that Pinup is present, because the way Pinup works with the players, with the segment they are intended to work with, is great.
We have a great portfolio of games, and now it's time to properly develop it and properly spread the word about our games. And I would say Pinup is the ideal case to collaborate with.
I have an experience of working with Pinup for the last 3 years, and I always admired how correct and how good Pinup works with, first of all, the players, and second, with all the streamers, influencers and affiliates.
Pinup is great at PR, and as a company, Pinup is also the markets that Pinup is targeting. They know how to work with those markets, and we also want to learn, and we want to spread the words about our games in many markets.
I do believe that Pinup is the right partner with whom we can collaborate and become also our games can become that famous as Pinup is. And here our new game, which is called HAMSTER MANIA, I think is a perfect fit for this collaboration, because the game concept is very easy. The character is very popular and a lot of players know this character, and I do believe that this game can become really famous, and we can then give this game to also other partners. We have an exclusivity with Pinup on this game for a certain period of time, during which I believe the game will really become very popular. And then I do think that our collaboration will bring a lot of affiliates, influencers, streamers to the game, which will make popular not only the game itself, but other games that Galaxsys provides. So I do believe that this is one of the most important collaborations for Galaxsys.
What are the future plans, and what are we to expect from Galaxsys?
Galaxsys is expanding in terms also of the categories that we have in our portfolio, and next is slots.
We are starting a new chapter in our book. Basically, it's going to be slots, and by the end of this year, I do believe that we're going to have our first slots.
We are going to develop our own slots, and now, given that we have a good base of partners, during all the investigations I talked about, we realized that being only a fast games provider is way more harder than having a mix of slots and fast games, because this way you will give the partner the full portfolio for casino, having and slots and fast games. We can easily add our slots to those casinos and get even bigger volumes.
So I do believe that this will change things for Galaxsys. This is like the main goal that we put now in Galaxsys, to get the best slots that the market really needs.
So this is our plan to expand with slots.
Access granted. Digital, rich, digital.